On July 3rd, 2020, UFC lightweight champion Khabib Nurmagomedov's father, Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, passed away at the age of 57. His full name is quite a mouthful, so we'll refer to him simply as Eagle's dad. Back in April, Eagle's dad was hospitalized in his hometown of Dagestan. He initially refused COVID-19 testing, and only after falling into a coma was he transferred to a military hospital in Moscow, where he tested positive. In June, he woke from the coma, but the virus had already damaged his kidneys and heart. Before his passing, more than 20 of Khabib's family members had been infected, some in intensive care, others already deceased. After the news broke, the entire MMA community mourned, including Khabib's former rival Conor McGregor, President Putin, Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov, and UFC President Dana White. Eagle's dad played a crucial role in Khabib's fighting career and is regarded as the father of MMA in Dagestan. As both father and coach, he created the MMA legend Khabib, who opened a new era by defeating Conor McGregor in 2018. Khabib Nurmagomedov. Due to the length and complexity of his name, people often simplify it to Khabib, Khabib, the Eagle, or Bear Kid. Born on September 20th, 1988 in Dagestan, a region known for its martial culture, Khabib grew up in an environment deeply rooted in religion and a fierce fighting spirit. Like many Dagestani kids, he started wrestling young. With a father who was a martial arts coach, Khabib inherited strong athletic genes and began competing at age 8. At age 9, he even wrestled a bear. On his birthday, while other kids received toy guns or action figures, his dad brought him a bear to wrestle, who would later become both sparring partner and companion. The training video of this match still circulates online. Despite his efforts, Khabib's early achievements didn't satisfy his father. At 15, during a rebellious phase, Khabib quit wrestling to train in judo. At 17, convinced by his father, he transitioned to Sambo, with his father being a well-known coach in the discipline. At 20, after witnessing an MMA training session, Khabib found his calling. He persuaded his father to support him, and his MMA journey began. With a background in wrestling and Sambo, Khabib adapted quickly. On September 13th, 2008, he made his MMA debut, winning in the first round via triangle choke. On October 1st of the same year, he won 3 matches in one night, leaving a strong impression. Over the next 4 years, Khabib went on a 16-fight winning streak, earning him a UFC contract and a shot at global fame. Khabib's UFC journey. His UFC debut was on January 20th, 2012, against Iranian wrestler Kamal Shaloris, where Khabib won by a rear-naked choke in the 3rd round. His second fight, against veteran Gleison Tibau at UFC 148, was his toughest. Despite failing all 13 takedown attempts, Khabib stayed aggressive, and though the judges unanimously gave him the win, 5 out of 6 media outlets scored it for Tibau, making it one of his most debated bouts. Khabib's UFC opponents often found themselves helpless. Names like Edson Barboza, Conor McGregor, and Dustin Poirier were all overwhelmed. Everyone knew his strategy: slam them to the ground, rain down punches, and finish with a submission. Still, no one could break his undefeated 28-0 record. His dominance was rare in MMA, a sport that allows ground and pound and referee stoppages. Khabib's stamina was legendary. His training involved sparring with 5 heavier opponents in rotation, knocking them all down while remaining on his feet. In one fight, he slammed his opponent 21 times, keeping them in a loop of takeoff and landing. The iconic fight, Khabib's fame skyrocketed after his October 6, 2018 match against UFC superstar Conor McGregor. Even the arrogant McGregor was eventually drained and crushed under Khabib's ground game. While many preferred striking heavy fights like those of McGregor or Nate Diaz, Khabib's suffocating control earned deep respect. Every match showcased total dominance, sometimes leaving opponents questioning their careers. Today, Khabib remains undefeated and earns $1.6 million annually, making him one of Russia's top athletes. All of this would not have been possible without his father's early guidance, discipline, and emotional support. Eagle's dad once scolded Khabib for jumping out of the cage to fight after beating McGregor. He reminded him that outside the octagon are women, children, and the poor, a place of peace. Inside the cage, do whatever you must, but outside, always follow the rules. That moment showed Eagle's dad was a man of principle and faith. Sadly, he is no longer with us. He often watched Khabib's fights live. May he rest in peace. As for Khabib, may he stay true to himself and carry on his father's unyielding spirit. The octagon awaits this undefeated champion's return. Thank you for watching this episode of MMA Vision. For more fight content,